Hi everyone, so I wanted to do another what I've worn and melted this week. This is not going to include any of the candles, but I do have some retail as well as some vendor wax. I just want to make a note that the vendor wax, I got it from a giveaway from Emily the Candle Nurse, which she is set to release her scents. I believe it's July 18th. I'll leave her website down below. I already have my list and there's some gourmands and strawberry scents that I'm interested in. But because I don't I work remotely from home, but I'm very conscious of Los Angeles and their off peak electrical hours. I tend to only warm very seldomly during the day. And then I believe that the prices are reduced after 9 p.m. during the weekdays. And on the weekends, basically, it's like the low time, so you don't pay as much. But I'm going to go over these 4 scents that I've warmed. One of them is a repeat from last week. I got a tip from Emily, so we'll go ahead and go to the one that I warmed first, which was from Walmart. It is Magic Spell. So this one, I think it normally retails about $4. However, I got it on sale for about $3 in the Walmart, like 40 minutes from my house, which is my favorite one because the other one, the parking lot situation, isn't the best. But in that one, they used to have a clearance aisle where they would move all of the clearance from every individual aisle to there, but now you have to go into the specific aisle and look and search for tags. So this one was on sale for $3, and you might notice that it's very similar to a Victoria's Secret brand. This is the dupe for Love Spell, and this one is called Magic Spell. So this is the value pack, so there are a lot of cubes. If you notice right here, I just used up one. I noticed that it was a bit softer. It was kind of melting a bit. Here's how it looks like. And this is a pretty good dupe of Love Spell. This reminds me a lot of my middle school days and stuff. I want to make a note that inside it has like little recommendations, and they do recommend one wax. Also, if you're using the one on the the one that's plugged into the outlet. And I feel like that was definitely enough for me to get a good strength and throw. And I want to say that lasted about 2 days. However, just to make a note, I don't have them on 24/7. I really love the color. It was a deep purple color, and I want to say that it's very similar because I do get a lot of that peach note. I believe the original Love Spell, besides peach, there is also cherry blossom, and I want to say jasmine in this wax tart melt. I get more of the peach, so it's a lot more fruity, at least if I'm trying to remember how it was in middle school, but I remember it was very like fruity yet sexy. I'm assuming that's coming from the jasmine. However, this one isn't super jasmine heavy, so I would definitely recommend this one. I really liked it, pretty powerful. I had it in my bedroom, and I feel like it definitely filled up the space and it lasted a pretty good while. I find that Scentsational waxes are pretty good. I haven't encountered one that is weak or anything, so I would recommend this. And if you love Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, this would be a good option. So that lasted me about like 2 days or so, but I think it could have stretched on to a 3rd day. And then because I finished up that one, I actually asked my sister to go through my wax, the vendor wax little bucket that I have, and she picked out this one. Her favorite color is purple, so she really liked this one, except for the lip. She got a little bit creeped out. But this one is from the Bathing Garden. This one is Black Hearted Flirt Wax Tart. I tried to look for the fragrance notes. However, I believe that this one is no longer listed. So I used up 1 cube. If you see right there, it's very glittery, very pretty. And despite the fact that it has a lot of glitter and decor, it was pretty easy to clean. How I clean my wax warmer is that I let it melt for a little bit, and then I just kind of pick it up with my hand, and then whatever remaining melted wax is there, I just wipe it with a cotton ball or just like a piece of like paper and stuff. I haven't been the best at cleaning it out with like sanitizer or like running it under some water, but be sure to do that going forward. But so far, I haven't found that it has affected the strength and throw of any of the waxes. So when I first smelled this one, I thought this smells so familiar. And I think I know why. So I tried to look for the fragrance notes and I could not find this for the life of me. But when I smell it, it reminds me so much of a Lush fragrance that is called Sultana or Sultana of Soap. Yeah, it reminds me so much of it. I don't think it's mixed with anything because I feel like that's the main scent that I get. I feel like this is a pretty good Lush dupe type. If you follow Lush or you shop at Lush, the recent collab that came out is the Lush X Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they have a fragrance in the Sultana of Soap scent family, and it is a body scrub, and it smells so much like this one. I actually smelled it in store about a week or so ago, and this one was pretty strong as well. I feel like it lasted not as long as Magic Spell, but I feel like it lasted a pretty good while, maybe like 2 days or so. Smell very much like blackberries. I feel like you have that fruitiness to it as well as a little bit of apricot, I believe. However, there's also this sweetness, which I believe comes from dried fruits, similar to how some dates or raisins, when they're dried, they get a little bit sweeter. So yeah, I really like this so far. My experience with the Bathing Garden has been pretty good. I reviewed the lemon tea party during my last What I've Worn and Melted. So yeah, I really enjoy this one as well. All right, one that didn't do so well for me is K Scented Wax in the scent Berry Topped Waffles. If you notice right here, there are 4 missing, and that is because the first, no, not 4, there are 3. So the first one, I used it in my wax warmer. Then I got a comment from Emily, actually, and she said, oh, why don't you try to use 2 of the wax cubes instead? Because I had noted that I didn't get a lot of strength and throw from it. It was kind of weak. So go over the scent, how it smells on cold. I feel like you do get a medley of mixed fruits. I feel like you get like a mixture of predominantly, I want to say it's like blackberries for sure, a little bit of blueberries. The strawberry note in here isn't super prominent, and I almost want to say there's something, not like a raspberry, because raspberry tends to have this body care, but maybe like a little hint of cranberry. And then the waffle note is very, not a mirror, but it's not super prominent like how some Bath and Body Works candles, for example, they have a heavy dose of a pie crust note. This one, I don't get a heavy waffle scent. So because of that, I then put 2 cubes in my wax warmer, and I did notice that I picked up more when I used 2 cubes versus 1 on the waffle note. However, it was still a bit weak, so I have a feeling that it just doesn't work well in that particular wax warmer, or maybe it's how I have it located in my bedroom space. So I have a feeling that I'm going to save the last cubes and use it in my candle crock. I would use it on a tea light warmer or in a tea light warmer, but I don't have one. And I feel like I wouldn't want to invest in one or get one, because then I need, okay, I need to find a space for it. I need to buy the tea lights and stuff. And I know those get hotter, so I might throw the scent a little bit better. But with my candle crock, I feel like it gets equally as hot, and I am just crossing my fingers that it'll perform better. So then if this happens again with one of her scents, I could just empty this in an empty candle jar and then use it that way. Okay, last one that maybe isn't like the right scent for me, but I did enjoy it in my bedroom, especially during this really hot weather. And that is from RG Wax, which I believe is Rose Girls Wax. This is Out of Sight, Out of Mind. The fragrance notes are pink coconut, campfire, marshmallows, and Bum Bum, Sol de Janeiro type. So I used up 2 cubes after Emily told me to try to use 2 for the K scented wax. So now going forward for vendor wax, so like for these 2, I'm going to use 2. And then for the retail wax, I feel like they're strong enough where I can just use 1. So for this one, despite the fact that there's coconut, if you don't know, I don't really like coconut, but I like that it's not a traditional coconut. Like, for example, a lot of Bath & Body Works coconut scents, I just don't really like any coconut scent from Bath & Body Works. But this coconut I can get with. I think it's because it's toned down by the Sol de Janeiro like Bum Bum dupe fragrance oil in here, as well as the gooiness of a campfire marshmallow. So it's not super toasty or roasted or burnt. I feel like it's more of that marshmallow note that is like ooey gooey, kind of like it's been melted. It's no longer fluffy and airy, but it's very sticky sweet. I feel like that's toning down the coconut as well. So I used up 2 cubes as well, and this one was a little bit lighter as well. I mean, not as light as the K scented wax, but it was still a little bit more of a smaller bedroom, potentially a bathroom, because I feel like this scent isn't super fruity, bakery, and then sometimes florals in bathrooms can just mask the odors. But I feel like this added a nice freshness, tropical feel to my room without me being enveloped in coconuts, which I don't really like. So I enjoyed that. I think that I'll stick with using 2 cubes for this, so I think that should empty out the bag the next time that I use it. While I don't think I would go out of my way to purchase it, I feel like the wax type itself is good. All right, so that is it for I think that. Okay, and to very quickly talk about the candles I've been warming. They're the same as last week, so I guess if you want more details, check out that video, but I'll just do it very quickly. But this sweetheart cherry that I transferred it to a different candle because it got broken. I feel like I just cannot stop warming it, and I feel like right now it's at the point where I should really empty out the wax, but I feel like I only have one, so I just can't bring myself to do it. But this is such a nice candle. The fragrance notes are wild cherry, crushed pistachio, whipped vanilla, and a natural essential oils. I feel like I like this scent a lot more than I did in the Sweetheart Cherry Fine Fragrance Mist. I feel like that one I got a lot of cherry at the beginning that quickly faded away to this kind of very soft, generic pistachio scent. But in the home fragrance, it smells a lot better to me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and empty it out just because I feel like I've been warming this for well over a month. Granted, not 24/7. So there's that one. Highly recommend you warm that one. I feel like since I only have one, I don't know if I should burn it or if I should warm it because I've definitely enjoyed my experience warming it. Last one that I've been warming, it is the rest of this iced sweet tea. I mentioned that when it got sent to me in the giveaway, it broke. So I transferred a few chunks into this empty candle from Bath and Body Works. And it's right here. It still has a bit of life left, and I want to make a note that this one's a little bit salty. So I've been kind of mixing it when I've been burning other candles. So I've warmed this when I burned the banana daiquiri candle from Homeworks. I also warmed, let's see, this out of sight, out of mind when I burned that banana daiquiri candle. So I've just been mixing and matching. So yeah, while I don't think that I would purchase the iced sweet tea from Goose Creek, well, maybe if I find it in my Walmart, but I feel like it needs a little bit more lemon. So maybe I'll use it when I'm using a wallflower plug that is more lemon heavy. So yeah, that is it for everything that I've warmed and melted the last few days. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.